I'm going to tell you 7 things you should avoid when you going through TSA. If this interests you, stick around. Hey everyone, it's Norman Payne from Up, Up, Up and Away. I'm going to tell you 7 things you should avoid when you're going through TSA. Have you ever been behind that person that just seems so frazzled, so confused, so unprepared to go through TSA? Or has that person been you? I mean, you get there, they don't know where their documents are. They can't find their ID. They don't know where their boarding pass is. Everything seems to be falling apart when they're going through TSA. These are things you should be prepared for. You know you're going on this trip. You know you got to go through TSA. You know you got to deal with these different people. Be prepared. So, here are 7 things you need to think about and be prepared for while you going through TSA and through an airport. Unless you're flying a private jet, you're going to have to deal with TSA. You're going to have to go through some type of security unless you're flying your own private jet. So be prepared. First thing is know that you're going to have to show some form of identification, whether this be your driver's license or your passport. Have these things readily available. You're also going to need to show your boarding pass. Think about having these things right there. You're going to have to give them up. Sometimes you're standing in line right there for a long time. You're standing in line. Get these things out and readily available. Before you take your trip, do some research and find out what are the required documents you're going to need to board the plane to enter into another country. Get those documents together and be prepared to show them at any time someone asks. So get them documents prepared. If you're flying overseas, some countries is going to want to know exactly how many months is on your passport. Know your passport. You got that passport. Know your expiration date on the passport and be sure that you have at least 6 months on your passport if you're going out of the country. If your passport is going to expire before you take a trip and you know it's going to be less than 6 months, I don't care what country it is. Renew your passport. Be sure you got at least 6 months when you're going to leave the country, because you don't want to be denied into that country after you purchased a plane ticket. Number 2, always give yourself enough time. Give yourself plenty of time when you're going to an airport. When you're going to TSA, you don't know if it's going to be a long time in that line or if it's going to be a short time. Give yourself plenty of time. Don't go in there thinking that you're going to rush through an airport. It doesn't happen like that. Give yourself plenty of time to be able to cruise through the airport. You're going to need it. It's the best thing and it's stress-free that way. Number 3, invest in TSA pre-check. It's a little bit of money for a lot of freedom. You get to kind of breeze through that security process. If you travel more than 2 times a year, I think it's worth it. Some people even go a step further and get global entry. It helps you getting back into the country easy and get you past those security checkpoints easily. TSA pre-check will cut time off those security lines. It will help you keep your shoes on, keep your belt on, keep your electronics inside your bags. Be sure that you do something like that. Now, here's a trick. Did you know that if you're traveling with young children, they don't have to have pre-check? They can go with you for free if they're under a certain age. You don't have to for every child. Now that's a tip you need to take with you. Number 4, the worst mistake anybody can make is not packing properly. First off, your identification, boarding pass, cell phone, those things should go in an outer pocket somewhere easily accessible because you're going to need them. Everybody needs their cell phone for some reason or another. Put it somewhere where you can get it easily. Your identification, you need your identification when you're going on a trip. Someone is going to ask you for identification, whether it's your passport or your government ID. Somebody's going to ask for it. Your boarding pass, getting on a plane. Just remember, somebody's going to ask for your ID. Somebody's going to ask for the boarding pass. Have it readily available. Just don't think that you can throw it somewhere deep down in your luggage and nobody's going to need it. You're going to need it. Be sure that your liquids are somewhere easily to get to, like at the top of your luggage. So if you do get flagged going through security, when you open up your bag, it's the first thing they can get to. Otherwise, they're going to dig around in your bag, and who wants that? Be sure that that's usually the things they're looking for is those weights on those liquids. Be sure that they can get to those very quickly. It will be the best thing for you and a little less stress. Number 5, dress comfortably. Be sure that if you don't have TSA pre-check, that you have some shoes that you can slip on and slip off. Because if they ask you to take your shoes off, which they will, you don't have to lace them up. That takes time. Your belt. I know before I got pre-check, I would pull my belt off and guess where my pants would go? Straight down. So I learned to have something a little bit easier that kept my pants up. I had something that fit my body a little better, so I wouldn't have to hold my pants with one hand and hold my passport with the other hand. I mean, get yourself comfortable because you're gonna have to take these things off. Some shoes that slip on, slip off, easy. If you're traveling with children, same thing. You don't want to have to be tying up everybody's shoes after you get through the security checkpoint. If you do have laptops and tablets and things like that, have them in a pocket that you can pull them out and put them back in really quick. Be sure that you are prepared for these things going through security. Number 6, knowing the things that you can pack in a carry-on luggage. Do not put prohibited items in your carry-on luggage. It will get caught, it will get flagged. Not only will it slow you down, it will slow the people behind you down, and sometimes it may get you in some trouble. Do not put them in your bag. You know what you're supposed to put in your bag and what you're not supposed to. Be sure you check with the TSA website. If you don't know, check with that website. Find out what you can and cannot carry. Don't chance it. They will find things. They find all kind of stuff. You cannot hide stuff going through TSA pre-check. So be sure you know what you can and cannot take in your pre-check luggage. Number 7, back to that TSA website. Go to that TSA website. Find out. Interact with them. Be sure that you know exactly what the requirements are. That website can easily tell you what the wait times are at the security checkpoints as well at your local airport. Interact with them. Know what's going on. An informed traveler is the best traveler. Do not go to the airport unprepared. It is the worst way to start a trip. It is the worst way to start a vacation. Be sure that you are doing everything at the beginning so that you have a smooth and fun and uneventful trip on the back end. That's all I got for you today. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
And please like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on all my social media. Just hashtag #UpUpUpNorman, where you will find my Facebook page, my Instagram account, my Twitter page, and my TikTok page.